Good morning, and let us start. Today, what we have to do, we will be, so let us start today the second unit of Python Pandas in our CBSE syllabus. And this second unit is about descriptive statistics. It is mainly about descriptive statistics. Now, what does a descriptive statistics means? What a descriptive statistics means? It means about finding out or applying certain statistical computing on the data which the Panda stores in its particular data structure. Say, for example, data frame or series, right? So if you want to apply certain we want to perform certain statistical computing on that, then descriptive analysis or descriptive statistics is used, right? Now, what we will learn here will be something we will learn about some basic operations on statistics, like finding out mean, median, mode, standard deviations, etc., on a basic data set stored in data frames, right? And then we will learn about data aggregation. It is one of the important tasks in analysis of data, which is called as data aggregation. We aggregate data based on certain categories. We aggregate data based on certain criteria. So that data aggregation is also one of the important tasks of analysis, data analysis. So that we have to also what we have to learn now is the descriptive statistics, and apart from that, we have to learn data aggregation and sorting of data frame. There is some basic sorting applications that we can do on data frame based on certain criteria. That sorting also we have to learn, right? And then we have group by function, right? Like we have group by functions in database in SQL, right? Like that we can also apply what group by functions on data frames. Python Panda has its own versions of group by function, which you can take help of to perform group by aggregations on data frames, right? And then other some many more data frame related operations we will see in this chapter. And we have to also see the missing value handling. That means how the data frame handles those values which are not there yet, but they may be generated in nearby future. That means predictions, how it handles the prediction of data for a future reference, right? So that part also we have to see. And then we have to see the importing and exporting of data between MySQL and data frames. So that will be the last topic in this particular unit. So let us start. And we will start with a case study. First, we will see a case study, a small case study, where some data set will be shared with you, and based on that case study, we will learn the various operations presented in this chapter, right? So let us start and see the first. Let us first observe the case study. So we are in the chapter 3 now, that is data handling in Pandas, part 2 of our CBSE syllabus. And let us start with a case study. A very important case study is here. That is given in your NCERT book. I'm just taking the reference from there only. It said that let us consider the data of marks scored in unit tests held in the school. So your school has certain number of examinations that they conduct throughout the year. Let us have that marks of each unit test. The marks scored by all students of the subject is recorded. So maximum marks of each subject is 25. Say, for example, in our case study, let us take. So the case study is something like that. Unit tests marks out of 25 for each student. In various subjects and UTs are recorded in a school as such as follows. Now let us see what is the marks, how the marks looks like. So it is something like we have this picture. Let me share it with you. Okay, so this is the picture. I hope it is visible to you now. Okay, so let us just go through the data once. So this is the case study data. As you can see that we have several number of subjects, and in each of these subjects we have in these subjects we have what? We have this in these subjects you name of the student or the subjects it is given here. So the name of the students are given as Raman, Juhair, Asharvi, Misty. So these are the 4 students whose data are being kept, right? These are the 4 students. Totally there are the records of 4 students are kept here, right? Now why so many rows? Why so many rows? We have unit tests like unit test 1, 2, 3. So 3 unit tests have been conducted, and for 3 students each of these marks for unit tests are being separately kept. And you can see that Raman has got in unit test 1 marks maths 22, science 21, SST 18, Hindi 20 and English 21. Like that other people's marks also has been kept here, right? So this is our reference data set on which we will perform different types of statistical computing. Now can you tell me what to write if I want to create this as a data frame? Suppose I want to create this as a data frame, what I should do? If I want to create this as a data frame, how do I write it? Can you tell me? If I want this data frame to be stated or created, what I should write? What code I should write? Code to create the above data set in pandas data frame. So in pandas data frame I want to create this particular thing, this particular data result set. So how to create it? So first you have to create what? You have to create a dictionary, right? The most common format for creating such type of data frame is using a dictionary, right? So you have to create a dictionary in which you can keep column names as the keys. The column names you can keep as a key, and the values will be the values of the each column, right? Under each column the values will be kept separately. So we can do that using so how many columns are there? There are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, I think. Yeah, 7 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are 7 columns. So we have to create each individual key for each of these columns, and under those keys these will be the values. The column values will be taken as the value for that particular key. These column values will be taken. So these will be these headings, the column headings will be treated as a key, and the values will be a list of values. A list will be created, and these will be kept as a values under it. So for each such pair we will create key and value, like that we will create a dictionary. So let us create those things. Let us create a dictionary like that. So our data frame will be import. First we have to write import data, import pandas as PD, and then we can write create a dictionary of marks in UT. So we will create a marks UT marks is equal to, and here we will we will first have the first column name, that is name, and inside that name what I will do, I will create this list. The lists will be Raman, comma, then the names of the students will be kept. So Raman, and again Raman will be there because Raman has 3 values inside that column, within that column. So beneath that column Raman has 3 values, so we have to write Raman, Raman and Raman 3 times. And then we have Zuhair, so Zuhair will be written here. And then we have what again, Zuhair is for 3 times, so we have to write it like this, Zuhair. And then we have again him, okay. And then we have Sharvi, okay. And then this will be written 3 times again because 3 unit tests they have attempted. Spelling mistake, okay. And then we have the last one, Misty, okay. And then this list will be closed. The first key value pair is being created. The first key value pair is created. Now let us create the second key value pair. The second column is again what? The second column is marks in UT, the name of the UTs, the unit tests. So UT, the key will be UTs, and the values will be, as you can see that individually UT1, UT2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. So 12 values will be there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So how many students are there? 1, 2 and 3. 4 students are there. So 1, 2, 3 again. So these 12 values will be kept, right, in under UT. Next one is, next column is your math marks. So math will be created. So math marks will be created. So again we have to write math, and under this we have the values of maths, right? Whatever values of maths will be there, that will be created. So 22, 21, 14, 20, like that the values will be coming, right? So I will not write the whole thing over here, so I will just give an example and just go through the other things. 21, 20, 22, 21, 14. So 21, 14, and then dot dot dot, there are many marks, right? Similarly we have science, the second subject is I think science, so science SST, like that we have all other subjects. So science, and then colon, and then out of 25 the person got 21, 20, 19. So 21, 20 and 19, you have to write the whole thing. I'm just skipping here dot dot dot. And then next is SST. So SST in SST, right? So this is how you create that dictionary. Okay, I've not written the whole values, right? And then after that, what you have to do, you have to create the data frame. So we will create a data frame called df is equal to pd dot data frame, and then we'll pass this dictionary, marks UT dictionary, we will pass it. Okay. And if I am going to print this data frame, the whole data frame will be printed to us. So this is how we are going to use this particular data frame in further applications. So now we will start with descriptive statistics on this data frame. On this data frame, we'll start the descriptive analysis, descriptive statistics, and using we will take this particular data frame as an example, right, as a case study to perform all the operations, all of other operations. So let us do the descriptive analysis part. So descriptive statistics. On Panda data, right? So what is descriptive statistics all about? It is something related to the methods which are used to get some basic idea about the data. They are the methods. Generally, they are methods which are applied on the data to get some idea about the data, right? Or to summarize that data up to some extent, to summarize in a particular fashion, in a way we want to use these statistics, right? So descriptive statistics is a means of summarizing data in a particular fashion. So as to reveal some basic idea about the data kept. Okay. So let us start with the first descriptive operation, statistical operation. And the first descriptive statistical operation is calculating the maximum value. Calculating the maximum value. How to calculate the maximum value? You want to you want to calculate the maximum values for certain things. So regardless of any data type, whether the data is of integer type or float type or whatever, if you want to calculate the maximum values out of a given value, then you can use this maximum value calculation, descriptive statistics. So the method for this is, for everything there is a method, so you have to remember method, right? So the method for this is data frame dot max. This is used to calculate the maximum out of given values, right? So if I'm writing code is, suppose if I'm writing df, whatever we have created in the last slide, df dot max. Our data frame was the unit test data frame, right? So df dot max, what it will give you, what output it will give you, what do you expect from this particular line? If this code is executed, what do you expect that the output will be given? How the output will come? If this is your data set that we have created, right? We have created that data set, and you want that maximum value. Let me just paste the data set over here so that you can see it. So yeah, this one. This is what we have. As you can see, this is our data set, right? So what df.max will give you? What that df.max will give you? What it will give you? It will give you the maximum of all the columns. Maximum of all the columns. Regardless of the data type, it will give the maximum of all the columns, right? Maximum of all the columns. Okay, regardless of data type. Now the solution will be, what will be the output? The output will be something like this one. See the first column. The first column is name, right? What is the maximum value in that column? What is the maximum value in that column? In the name column, what is the maximum value? Maximum value means you have to sort it alphabetically. If it is a data type of string data type, then you have to sort it alphabetically. Then which name will come at last? That will be the considered as maximum, right? Alphabetically, whoever is having what the highest ASCII code will be considered as the largest value, right? So in that case, this name Zuhair will be coming, right? So Zuhair will be considered as the maximum value out of this. So what will be the output? The maximum output for the first column will be, for the first column name, it will be Zuhair. The output will be Zuhair, right? Now coming to the next column. The next column is what? Unit test. The unit test, right? Now unit test is having what? what will be the maximum value of unit test? That is 3. The maximum value out of that is 3, right? The number 3. And then likewise we have all the columns, and for all the columns we will have individual maximum values of that particular column. So after that we have what? Maths. So in maths you have to just find out what is the maximum value under that particular column.